lab. Here in the 1900s, Edison tried to develop a battery to make electric cars commercially viable. He never succeeded. His version didn't run long enough, didn't power a car to run fast enough, and gasoline was a lot cheaper fuel. Would a couple $100 million from the taxpayers have helped? Well, we might find out soon. The electric automobile could be either the key to Barack Obama's green jobs future or a disastrous non-starter.
Hello, everybody. I'm speaking to you from the GM auto plant here in Detroit, Michigan. At this plant, they're hard at work building the high-quality, fuel-efficient cars of tomorrow. Cars like the plug-in hybrid Chevy Volt that can run 40 miles before taking a sip of gasoline.
But to build GM's cars of tomorrow, President Obama says taxpayers must help pay the salaries of some GM workers today.
It's super exciting to be a part of this project.
One of them is engineer Andrew A.J. Norton, who tests Volt battery cells in GM's Global Battery Systems Lab in Warren, Michigan.
To be a part of the groundbreaking technology, that is just a great experience.
Norton is one of 4,000 workers building the Volt in America. How much taxpayer money through the federal government went into the Volt program to GM?
This is very much a GM-funded effort.
Mary Beth Stanek is GM's Director of Federal Environmental and Energy Regulatory Affairs.
We are very delighted, though, that we've had contributions in key areas.
So hundreds of millions, 200 million?
Around 200 million.
Well, start with around 200 million, or more precisely, a $240 million grant from the Department of Energy in 2009. Then there's the $150 million in taxpayers' money for a company in Korea that actually makes the Volt's batteries. Even with those subsidies, the Volt sticker price is around $40,000. Compare that to $17,000 for the Chevy Cruze, essentially the same car with a gasoline engine. To help Volt buyers absorb the sticker shock, the government provides more subsidies in the showroom. Each buyer can get up to $7,500 in taxpayer-funded rebates. Do you think there would be a demand for this car if there wasn't the offer of the rebate?
It is an incentive.
How much of an incentive is debatable. Since its rollout, GM, which also received a $51 billion taxpayer bailout in 2009, has sold almost 2 million cars. Fewer than 4,000 of them have been Volts. Can the market make the car succeed without the federal subsidy?
I think so. I really do. I think the subsidy is necessary for this early market introduction, but I would also say in long term, the goal is that it be self-sustaining.
The notion that this car is going to catch on and then it won't need subsidies is just incredulous. David
Kreutzer is a research fellow in energy economics and climate change at the Conservative Heritage Foundation.
The people know what's out there, this Volt, they're not buying it. The notion that the government has figured out how to deliver products that consumers want better than markets is prevalent in Washington.
1 million electric vehicles on the road by 2050.
The Chevy Volt isn't the only electric car President Obama put your money behind. Welcome to Tesla Motors. Here in Northern California, 350 workers build a line of electric cars with a real cachet among the rich and famous.
Government intervention has had a great impact on my job.
Ali Javidan is the engineering manager of Tesla's prototype vehicle group.
It's helping stimulate the need for this technology, driving this technology forward.
Nearly $500 million of government intervention. That's how much U.S. taxpayers have loaned Tesla, founded by internet mogul Elon Musk. Why do you think he needed taxpayer money at all?
Let me remind you, it's a loan.
We wanted to interview Mr. Musk, a man who, according to CQ Moneyline, doled out political donations of nearly $100,000 in 2010 alone, the vast majority of which went to Democratic candidates. But instead, Tesla offered up its vice president of communications, Ricardo Reyes, and a ride in Tesla's all-electric Roadster. Starting price, $109,000. You had some high-profile celebrities buy them, George Clooney, Matt Damon. That had to help.
We try to respect the privacy of our owners, so you said it, not me. People love the car. We have folks that have driven Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Porsches their whole lives, and they say this is the best car they've ever driven, and we hope to do the same thing with less expensive models.
Reyes stresses that less expensive car, the Model S, is technically what Tesla got government subsidies to build. It will start at more than $55,000, and that's before the taxpayers kick in even more cash in the showroom.
What is the rebate?
It's on all alternative energy vehicles, and it's $7,500. That's a separate program.
But that's still taxpayer generated.
Yeah, it's a further incentive for folks to come in and try a car that's pretty much new on the scene.
Reyes, who worked at a libertarian think tank before going to Tesla, says he is generally against government subsidies for private companies. But he says Tesla is different.
How would you respond to somebody who said, the government shouldn't be in the business of picking winners and losers?
Mm-hmm. I agree. When you're going into industries that have no market potential, so that they need to be propped up with taxpayer funding, that makes absolutely no sense. But what they did with us is back somebody who was already well on their way.
Coming up, high-speed rail and green jobs. Is America on the right track? Fox News reporting continues after the break.